Hi. I've made a few comments about some of the so-called prop shops and how they operate and why they operate. And a lot of people saying to me, "Are they really a con? Are they really scamming people?" So I just wanted to just articulate basically how they operate and why they operate. So you'll notice a lot of them are coming in offering a training course. So they will, if I can use this, they'll basically hold on. Hi, sorry about that. So their kind of main way in is training now. So back in the day, prop shops used to have people that had their own money that would come in. That the access to the market was not as easy as it is now. So the access to the market now is not really a selling point. 10 years ago, it was you could have got yourself a whole team of people, all kind of banked up with versions of TT, which they would all do, and they would all group together. And you'd have kind of 20 or 30 guys all together, like the old food techs guys, and they would all share one large trading account, and they would operate that way and get a massive discount off the exchange. That's not kind of how it happens now, because access to TT, access to any kind of what was considered an institutional grade platform, any plum sitting at home can get access to. So that doesn't really wash anymore. So the way these guys have to operate is they're looking at, first of all, establishing people coming in on a training basis. And the reality is they actually don't want superstar traders. They want people that break even. They want to, and you'll notice as well, as we've started seeing in a lot of kind of the people we're talking about, recent tweets, it's all about footprint charts. Footprint charts mean turnover. Lots of guys trading lots of volume, and in reality, that they operate through one very core method. So they get a lot of people coming in, and the output is hopefully a trader that is fairly well balanced. So what they're looking for is a balanced outcome, but also somebody that's doing volume. And the way they after that person's gone through that training set, they're offered, in most cases, the ability to sit at a desk, and for that is where the business model comes in. These guys are millennials with no capital behind them, so they will basically then sit back, and if we look here, so they've got a bunch of guys that they'll all be sitting there, and they'll have them on some sort of deal where it's kind of 50-50 split of profits, but that's not really what they're about. And the most important thing is, I shall show you down here, is as these guys come in, they've got no capital, and the organization will lend them money or give them access to limits. So let's say this new guy that's just fresh off the training block, in he comes, and he's allowed to do 10 lots of crude, ES, whatever. And he's allocated the limit from the central risk. Okay, there's a whole bunch of other guys here that are all doing exactly the same thing. And their revenue is generated purely, they don't really give, the training side is the marketing engine for getting the people through the door. Their revenue is all about their round turn. So what they'll be doing, hold on, if I could not fuck that up. Is all about shit. Hold on, sorry about this. Fucking hell. It's all about their round turn, okay? So what they're looking at doing here is these guys, every single time they'll be doing a trade, they'll be taking, I don't know, somewhere between 30 cents and $1 per time. So let's say 30 cents right the way up to maybe a dollar a go. And he's up here, put up no capital, doing his trading. The primary objective of the management team here is this guy doesn't really lose any money. He just keeps turning over so that they get this fee. That's what they want. They don't want anyone, they don't want any superstars, and they don't want anyone burning. So they just want to keep maintaining and turning over this fee. So what these guys would do, be sitting behind them here, is they'll probably have to put up probably half a bar, so half a mil, with with a broker, and they'll be on a fairly good model. They'll probably be on a what's known as maybe a 106.J membership with the exchange. This will allow them to get some pretty serious discounts. Let me just turn them off.
An OPEC source states that OPEC meeting is a
All right. So, and these that which will give them a pretty decent level of discount. Way lower. They're probably, you know, they're charging a fee on top of membership fees anyway. But these guys here will be seeing that most retailers are in and out on ES at maybe $2 a side, $4 round turn, $3 round turn. So if he's offered that anyway, he's thinking, wow. But the reality is they're taking a massive cut out of him because they've got this membership down here. And they've just put up $500,000. But the real key is the fact that what they'll end up doing is this risk model here is how they want to stay as neutral as possible. Now imagine if you've got more traders than this, let's say you've got 30 or 40 traders, all sitting there on one big TT platform or whatever it is they're using, all coming back to one central risk platform, which is right here. Now the likelihood is this dude might be long 10 crude, this guy's short 10 crude, this guy's long 5 ES, this guy's short 5 ES. Do you see what's happening? Is the balance is the net risk of these people is actually really low. But what these guys are all doing is turning over to generate this fee. That's what this is all about. So the last thing you want is the whole team all one way in crude. That sends red alerts here and they'll be jumping all over them. The key is they're just battery hens. The most important thing is that these guys don't make or lose. They're just turning over, making a small amount of money that covers the costs, which is basically putting this capital to work. The guys that own the company may have gone out and borrowed that, so there's probably some people that have lent them some money here, or maybe it's their own capital. But what they're doing is they're trying to keep as low risk as possible and turning that capital onto a daily fee. That's the model. So these kids might be paying, I don't know, $1,000 a month for the seats and the software, which is fine, so they've got no risk on that, but that's not the real cash cow. And that's why they're prepared to offer all the training for free. The key is somebody that's fairly well balanced, can trade a high number of trades, keep his account or his limits relatively stable. And what they'll also be looking for is, you know, you'll find that if you get real newbies coming in, if they've got a load of crude traders, they don't want that. The next training course will be focused on gold to get some more people in. They want people up and down that are balancing that portfolio for them. That's what this is nothing about training traders, getting people to make money. This is all about balancing that central risk module here, which just feeds them. They're turning into a glorified broker that's not regulated.
There is no risk that